était à défendre Mulandir d'une attaque. Le dernier live. J'avais coupé juste avant. Donc voilà. Donc là il y a la pureté de la lumière qui a été mise au courant de là où j'avais créé ma base. Et du coup il nous lançait une attaque. On va voir ce que ça donne. Pam 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 Là, faut que je cours à la sortie de la ville et que je me démerde comme je peux. Allez, c'est parti.
Blazes. Battle noises. They're already inside.
They are. Come. Let's go get an overview.
Yes.
Helen's reigns. This doesn't look good.
Tahar, you're awake.
She is. And she's got some interesting stories to tell.
But they'll have to wait. Where are Iskram and Gore?
I don't know. They weren't in the Nexus when the fight broke out. I'd say they've taken matters into their own hands.
What are your orders, Tahar? This doesn't look good.
We have to seal the entrances. If they breach either one of them, we're done with.
Then we need to split up. I'll get some of my men and make a stand in the southwest.
Then I'll take over the northwest. That's the hardest one for them to reach, so chances are they still haven't made it.
Then we'll help you.
Good. Tahar, if what that scout said is true, and House Utran is really part of this attack, don't harm her. I know my sister, and this does not make any sense at all. There must be a reason for all of this.
I didn't even know Lady Utran is your sister.
I don't blame you. Northander politics and family bonds are complicated. But yes, she is my sister. And since her husband, Lord Rickard Utran, died, she's the ruler of the Utran lands, which makes this development as dangerous as it's bizarre. The fact that House Leonider is supporting the Harbinger is bad enough.
I'll do my best. Good luck. We'll come to your help once the other entrances are secured.
Do that. Nihalf guide your sword, Tahar.
Corporal? I'll do what's required.
That way. All right.
Fine.
You just had to find out for yourself, didn't you? What the... Tahar? Is that you?
I'll explain later. What is the situation? What are those things?
My newest invention. Or, to be more precise, my newly recovered Shaper technology. I call them, Death Towers.
Death towers?
Yeah. while you were asleep, I did some more research on how the Shapers used the Nexus to defend their city. This is the result, though they won't hold forever. And my gut tells me the Utrans are up to something, because I haven't seen Lady Moira yet.
So it's true? House Utran is fighting for the purity?
Yeah, and quite viciously so. In other words, your awakening couldn't be more timely.
What do you suggest?
Well, as you know, I'm not the best at tacticians, but from what I saw, the attacks are currently coordinated by 2 Utran commanders. If we stay here and make sure no one gets through, you could take out those commanders in the meantime.
Got it. I'll come back when it's done.
Good. Me help guide your blade, friend.
Is there anything you need?
What do we need?
Tahar, did you deal with those commanders yet?
No, I'm on it.
Good. Sure.
Zarek's fangs. Tahar. Blazes, it is you. But my gut tells me they're waiting for...
Give it the vein.
Huh.
Damn it.
Well,
Simple enough. All right then. Move out.
Yes.
Patience! Not yet.
We'll make short work of them. Fine. You picked the wrong enemies.
Really?
I'll make it quick.
Understood.
The fabled pariah. Interesting. I thought you were dead.
Why are you doing this? Throwing your lives away for some deluded madman.
Deluded? You're confusing something, Tahar. The Harbinger is pure. We're pure. You. People like you are who are making this necessary. It wasn't always like that, you know. A long time ago, this world was a world of peace. But then man gave in to temptation. They were weak, and they chose sin over virtue, sin over purity. And now look where we stand. Our history is a testament to our corruption. Wars, rape, hunger, illness. They are Aeronir's punishment for defying him. But that era has come to an end. We will make the world pure again and make it worthy of Aeronir's return.
By slaughtering innocents? Blazes, are you that blind? Aenir is forgiveness. You are perverting his name for your own purposes.
No, Tahar. Aenir is justice, and that's what we deliver. Not bad, Tahar. Not bad.
Any last words?
Yeah. Listen.
What the?
Go after me and lose your city and your friend, or save them and let me go. Your choice.
How do you like that?
She got away.
No time to go after her. We need to secure the entrance.
I can't.
Will do. It will be bloody.
What? That's all? I'm only getting started.
Yes? Whatever's necessary.
Child's play.
You read my mind.
I'm injured.
He killed one of our heroes.
Don't die on us, friend. Just stay with me.
A trap.
They're lead.
What about the...
Yes.
Understood.
I'll do my best.
What now? The southwest, the southeast, and the northeastern entrance are still undefended.
Then we need to take care of them. Got it.
Interesting.
Taha, you're awake. Shit. So they've already breached the outer walls.
They will soon. That masked thing on the other side. I don't know how he does it, but he's draining me. Drain. Yeah! Iria!
Blazes, what kind of magic is that? Ready yourself, Tahar!
I can't.
What? Lead to me.
I'm injured.
Killed one of our heroes.
Blazes! Help me, somebody!
What's next?
Blazes! Help me, somebody!
Killed one of our heroes.
What do we need?
Come on. Don't die on us now. Damn it! I need healing.
Yes?
Patience. Not yet.
Killed one of our heroes.
I'm injured. Damn it!
Understood.
I need healing.
Got it. Will do. Understood.
This is happening. Anything on your mind?
I need more time!
Yes. Come on! Don't die on us now!
Well, shit. Finally. Pathetic.
Corporal, they won't stand a chance. One down!
Not the real one.
Blazes! Help me, somebody!
I understand.
Now would you look at
Ellen's reins. What happened?
The barrier gave up.
Blazes. For someone who just came back from the dead, you're in good shape. Whatever your mother did to you, it seems to help. What about that masked fellow? Where is he?
We've taken care of him. At least for now. Are you injured?
No, just a scratch. Seems like Scryer Elion got the worst of it.
Can you take care of her? We have to make sure the other entrances are safe.
Yes. I'll get her to the Nexus as quick as possible. Be careful, Corporal. I have a feeling that masked priest wasn't Lacane's only ace up the sleeve.
Probably not. Stay safe, Area. There's still 2 entrances we haven't covered yet. Let's hope it's not too late.
I'll be swift.
Finally. Sure. Yes.
Understood. As you want.
Are you deaf? I said no! You're here. Good. I assume that means the Northwest is secured.
It is. How about you?
Well, we managed to fend off their first attack. They aren't Purity, though.
What then?
Mercenaries. They don't have a banner, so they could be about anyone. Thing is, they put up a siege weapon of sorts right up that hill, which prevents us from retaliating.
What kind of weapon?
I don't know. It looks like some kind of catapult, but it seems to be magic-fueled and throws fireballs which cause massive damage. We're out of reach, but the moment we move against their camp, it'll decimate us within seconds.
Whereas if you attack that machine directly, the mercenaries themselves will fall into your backs.
Or swarm right into the city, yes. We weren't enough to split up, but now we are. Good timing, in other words.
So you want us to destroy that weapon?
Yes. The moment it is down, we'll go for their strong point.
Understood. Let's get this done.
Will do.
Got it. Really?
Ah!
There it is. Take it down.
Kill them! I can't.
Killed one of our heroes.
need more
Don't
time.
die on us now.
Sure.
Blazes, help me, somebody.
They will fall.
Easy.
Damn it! I need healing.
Got it. That should do it.
Then we should join Angar. He'll need help with his attack.
Picked the wrong enemies. Shit. Help me, for heaven's sake. Help me, somebody. I can't.
He killed one of our heroes.
What? That's all?
Come on. Don't die on us now.
Understand.
Yes. Yes. Is there anything else?
Shit. Help me, for heck's sake.
Got it. Will do. Yes. Understood. Blazes, this is Commander Catrus from Aenir's Deathmen.
Corporal Tahar. What a surprise.
Catrus, why...
Don't talk, friend. Fight.
What's next?
Blazes, Tahar. Now I know why Lacane wants you dead. You really know how to fight.
Give me one reason not to kill you.
I guess I can't. Can't help with that. Look, this isn't personal. Lacane and his fanatics took down my camp and gave me a choice. Repent and accept the light, or have some stern-faced priest ram a bloody pike up me arse. So, unless you have some odd fantasies that I don't want to know about, don't tell me you wouldn't have done the same.
A loyal man wouldn't have.
Well, good thing I never swore loyalty to you or the Empire, isn't it? That...
Any last words?
I hate to disappoint, but we're not quite there yet, friend. Goodbye, Tahar. Too bad we couldn't be on the same side this time.
What the...
The teleport rune. Wise choice.
Bloody coward. At least we secured the entrance. That's what matters. What about the rest of the city? Are we safe?
Not yet. Hold your position for now. We'll meet at the Nexus once all this is over.
Understood. Tiara's blessings, Tahar.
I'll be swift. Almost through. Just one more entrance to go.
All the more reason to hurry.
Really? Uh-huh.
I'll do what's required.
Finally. Sure.
Of course. Understood.
Really? That way.
Understood.
All right. Got it.
Got it. Of course.
Yes.
I am ready. Will do.
Yes?
Yes?
Yes.
Corporal?
Hmm?
Well?
Sure.
Patience! Not yet. Need control.
Shit. Help me, for heck's sake!
As you want.
Shit! Help me, for heck's sake!
I'm injured.
Corporal?
I understand.
Got it. What do you require? I'll do what's required. I'm injured.
I need more time!
What?
Good. Now let's find the other one.
So much blood.
Killed one of our heroes.
Help me, for heck's sake!
Yes.
Blazes! Help me, somebody! Shit! Help me, for heck's sake!
Will do.
Blazes! Help me, for heck's sake! Shit! Help me, for heck's sake! Fine.
Got it. Happened.
Anything on your mind? Got it.
Child's play. They will burn.
Whatever's necessary.
I can't.
Is there anything you need?
Yes. Sure.
You read my mind.
I need more time!
Patience! Not yet.
Blazes. That's Lady Myra Utran. We need to help Iskram. Prepare yourselves. Understood. They won't stand a chance.
Yes.
I need more time! Seriously. Fine.
Die already!
Blazes! What's the matter with her? She's acting like a bloody animal.
All right. One more step and I'll slit my throat.
Lady Mira, what?
Shut up!
I don't understand. Why did you betray the crown? Explain yourself.
Explain yourself. Oh, Tahar, you must understand the situation. You're not in a position to give orders. So here's what's gonna happen. You will let me walk away unharmed. You can have my soldiers, I don't care. But if you make only one wrong move, I will end this by slitting my throat.
Lady Mira, what?
You heard me. So, Tahar, what shall it be?
Fine. Get out of here.
A woman of reason. One more thing, though, before I leave.
What?
You will repent. All of you.
Nihav's hammer. What was that?
I have absolutely no idea. Come, let's go help Iskram. Let's see.
Nihav's hammer. What happened?
Myra Utran got away.
How?
She threatened to kill herself if we didn't let her leave, which would have caused a civil war in her lands. Iskram, she was different. Possessed.
Possessed? Huh. Well, that's interesting.
Why?
Because I've recently made a discovery. But let's talk about that later. I think this entrance should be safe for now. The Death Towers will make sure of that. But what about the rest of the city?
I'm on it. We'll meet at the Nexus when, if this mess is taken care of. Be on your guard, Iskram.
Of course. Thank you again, Tahar. I'm glad you're back.
So many casualties. I just don't understand. We just ended one war, and now the Harbinger starts another?
Human nature, Tahar. People need an enemy. Peace is always fleeting.
Do you really think so?
I do.
What do you mean? She was possessed. This doesn't make any sense.
I'm afraid it does. But again, I have a theory. Let's wait for Tahar.
There you are. I've assigned troops to guard the entrances and double the defenses. If the Harbinger ever strikes again, we'll be prepared.
Good work.
Anyway, there are more important things we need to discuss now. For starters, what, by the Guardians, happened to my sister?
That's a damn good question. Iskram, you said that you have a theory.
Well, yeah, I do. The rune. While you were asleep, I tinkered with it a little.
You think the rune has to do with this?
A rune. But it's probably best if I show you. Follow me, Tahar.
I'm coming too.
All right, let's see. Turn around.
Tiara's breath.
Step forward. So, you get the idea.
Mind control.
Yeah. There are still some critical problems with it, and what I've done is far from what the Harbinger did with Lady Moira. But Tahar, this rune, it has so much potential. If you thought what it does with the Godstones was fascinating, it's just the beginning. The Shapers, the Khazarlanthep, they knew their full potential. And this is the reason they were so powerful. Do you see it now? They...
Have you lost your bloody mind? Stop that! Whatever it is! Stop it now!
What?
Stop it for fuck's sake!
Fine. You're free. Go and take a nap.
Unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
So you actually possessed those men?
No, I mean, yeah, the rune did. Look, Tahar, I know that I was maybe a bit too enthusiastic here, but can't you see the potential? Those soldiers, they'd do anything you command them to, without batting an eyelid.
They still look hypnotized. Are they free now?
Yeah. It may take a while to recover, but tomorrow they won't remember anything. So it's not that bad. Who knows? Maybe they would have died in the fight if they hadn't been under my control.
And you think that the Harbinger controls Lady Mira, right?
Yes. And in an extraordinarily powerful way, if I may say so.
In other words, we need to find a way to break that possession. Right now, House Utran is under the Harbinger's control.
Madness. This is madness.
Whatever it is, let's tend to the wounded first. We'll discuss everything else in the Nexus.
Yes. Let's do that.
All right, let's catch our breath first. Angar, I'll talk to you when I'm ready to discuss the next steps.
Good. I'll be waiting.
Zarek's fangs. This is so... and a female named Rain. We just had this connect. There was plenty of talk about the... Zarek's fangs. I can't believe I'm telling you this. I'm breaking my oath. It was a bit of a giant hall. And not that because all of a sudden... have you ever had thirst to Har? Real thirst?
No.
And sorry, Zarek demanded of believe me, Tahar. He made me ashamed. Let me have some time for myself, right?
Tahar, ready to discuss the next steps?
There's just one thing I still can't wrap my head around. How did Lacane become so powerful? How could he rally so many people behind him?
The big question, isn't it? In the end, I think it boils down to the fact that he poured salt into the wounds the Mage Wars had left in Northander. You see, it's not hard to rally people behind you if they are desperate enough. He just gave them a simple answer to a complex question. And the people believed him. Though I don't consider him a pragmatist, he really believes in what he says, that Aenir will return, once mankind has repented. Which worries me even more. There's nothing more dangerous than fanaticism, fueled by magical power. Your father is the best example.
I want to talk about Sentenza. His death.
Well, what is there to say? As I heard the story, he didn't leave you much choice.
So you're not angry?
For you defending your life? No. I never understood why he was so obsessed with hunting you down to begin with.
But he was acting on your orders.
Well, yes, strictly spoken, he was. You were a traitor. Or at least, that's what we thought back then. That witch hunt in Iskander.
Why? Why did he want me dead so badly?
Well, I can only guess. But to me, it seemed as if he felt that he always spoke highly of you. Did you know that? At times, it almost felt as if he considered you his own kin.
Well, if he did, he didn't show it very much.
That doesn't surprise me. Sentenza, see, Tahar. In the end, both he and I are men born from war. Seeing people die, you need to find a way to deal with it. And Sentenza did so by shutting off it. But in the end, he always did what he thought was best for Northander. He saw the Harbinger's true face, even before he revealed it. And I brushed it off.
Without the Harbinger, I'd be dead.
That's true. But this discussion isn't leading us anywhere, Tahar.
You didn't tell me yet. How exactly did you get here? Weren't you in Greyfell when the Harbinger took over?
No, I wasn't. Otherwise, I wouldn't be standing here. But we were on our way back the night it happened. As you can imagine, it was a hard choice to make. But eventually, I left my pride behind and realized attacking Greykeep with the little division I was traveling with would have been suicide.
So you fled?
We retreated. The rest is simple. We went to Iskander because we had heard the rumors about your army. There we met one of your scouts, and then the elven woman, Iria of Finnonmere.
Oh, she decided to let you in.
Correct. You know the rest. Your people were a bit distrustful at first, and I don't blame them. After all, they'd been fighting the Royal Army not too long ago. But eventually, they realized that we were on the same side.
For what it's worth, I'm glad to have the Lord Marshal.
Well, right now, I doubt if I still deserve to bear that title, but I appreciate the sentiment.
All right. Let's
Good.
Good. Now that you're all here, I'd like to plan how we proceed.
Tahar, I think you should allow yourself some more rest. You were in a coma for more than a month, and we still don't know what that melding actually did to you.
Isn't it obvious? It made her more powerful.
Yeah, but where does that power come from? What effect does it have on the human body or the psyche? We don't know.
I'm all right, Iskram. Just...
Fine. And go on.
Thank you. So, our objective is clear. We need to defeat the purity of light and save my mother. Angar, am I right to assume that Lacane made Greykeep his new base of operations?
Correct. It's the center of his power, which is both good and bad. It's bad because Greyfell was built to withstand any kind of ambush.
And why is it good?
Because it also means if we succeed and reconquer Greyfell, we'll cut off the snake's head. Once we kill Lacane, the purity will fall. However, there's no point in fooling ourselves. That battle for Greyfell will be bloody, and if we want to have even the slightest chance of winning, we need to join the remaining houses.
Ultran, Hallet, and Wolfgar.
Yes. If we put this army together with theirs, we might stand a chance. Also, you should see if you...
So do I.
Alright, so where do we start?
It's up to you. But before we can even think about arranging a conclave between the houses, we need to break that spell the Harbinger put on my sister Myra. Isra, any ideas?
Actually it should be simple. We need to find the one controlling her, take the rune and, well, destroy it in the forge.
And who is controlling her? What if it's the Harbinger himself?
I doubt it. The manipulator has to be physically close to his subject, so it'll most likely be someone in Lady Myra's army. But your rune will react to another rune's presence, so once that person is near, you'll feel it.
Good. Then I have a plan. The Harbinger has taken up position in Iskander, between the Utran and the Everlight border. You know that place, Tahar. It's where your father started his rebellion, and where Sentenza almost captured you.
The Loyalist camp. So, what's your plan?
We strike in full force and take the castle. He'll be forced to initiate a counterattack, and my sister's armies, the Utran army, will be the closest ones at hand.
A bait.
Yes. We hold the castle against the main army, whereas you, Tahar, and a small troop get behind enemy lines. You find the rune carrier and strike from the shadows. Obviously, you'll have to act quick. We can't hold against the entire Utran army forever.
What if killing the rune carrier won't break the mind control?
We'll just...
Alright, so we take over the castle, wait for the Utran armies to cross the border, sneak behind their lines and eliminate the rune carrier. And once Lady Myra is freed, we will gain the support...
Yes, though we'll need to take care of something else before that.
Agreed. One more thing. This will be dangerous, and our original mission has been completed. In other words, if any of you are thinking of leaving, now is the time. Well, then we best get prepared now. I'll tell you when we head out.
Understood. Tahar, I'd also like to talk with you if you have a moment.
Corporal Tahar. A word, if you will?
Who are you?
Private Miller, Corporal. I'm from the Royal Army and came here with the Lord Marshal. We've captured someone who we suspect belongs to the Purity. He was seen in the deserted village outside this city, and he looks suspicious. He claims to be a simple courier sent to deliver a message to you, but we didn't want to take any risks. He's outside, near the entrance to the caves.
I see. Thank you, soldier. Dismissed.
Corporal?
You said...
I'll make it short. The Ashri...
What? Yeah.
To get to the point.
I see.
In other words, if that...
Alright.
Yes. Chieftains are...
You said that you have an idea on how we can get more allies to fight the Purity.
Yes, I do. It's someone you're already familiar with. At least, according to your friend Irian. The Iron Falcons.
You want to convince them to join our troops?
Not all of them, obviously. The Field Dog are an even greater threat than the Purity, even if most people nowadays have almost forgotten about them. What I suggest is that we strike a bargain with them. They give us a small division of their elite keepers, and we provide them...
Engineers and infantry for a handful of knights? Is that really worth it?
It is. The Falcons aren't only excellent fighters. Their presence will also inspire our soldiers. They're living legends.
That's not what it seemed like when I was there. Highkeeper Erinor almost lost the tomb just because she was too stubborn to cooperate with the Deathmen.
Well, given that the latter now fight for the Harbinger, a mistrust wasn't that unjustified, don't you think? But still, you make a fair point.
All right. It's worth a try. When do we set out?
Whenever you want. Thanks to these Godstones, it won't take us long to get there, so I'm not expecting this mission to cost us more than a day, two.
Fair enough. I'll let you know when we go.
Good.
Will do.
I was hoping you'd come by. That was quite the surprise visit, wasn't it? The Harbinger couldn't have picked a better time for his attack.
I guess you could say that. How's your injury? That blast from the barrier looked quite painful.
The blast? Oh yeah, sure. I'm as good as new. One of the perks of being a light mage. Tahar, I'm sorry. For everything.
What do you mean?
Well, what you discovered in that dungeon. I didn't see that coming, honestly. I mean, I'd always felt now that bastard Lacane took your mother. It's just, one tragedy follows another. Now I feel almost ridiculous thinking about my supposed...
We can still save her.
Yeah, I know. And we will. Blazes. How crazy does that all sound? A half-shaper whose mother's spirit has been stolen by a religious fanatic. If all this... Though you'd definitely be the tragic hero in this, and I don't envy you.
I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine.
Are you? Tell me, Tahar. If you had had the choice, would you have wanted to know? About your mother and...
Well, what about you?
Good question. On the one hand, I guess in the end it wouldn't have really mattered. She is dead, I know that much. And whether she was a priestess of the White Tree or a slum dweller, it would... But you're a different story. Your mother is still alive. And she's a shaper. I mean, doesn't that change everything?
Yes.
Is it? Sometimes I wonder if... Anyway, shaper or not, it's good to have you back. Honestly, there were...
Well, it's good.
Stoic as always. Anyway, in case you were wondering, I'm not planning to leave now. If you need my help, I'll be here.
Thanks, Iria. I really appreciate it.
Great. And now that we've got that out of the way, you should get some more sleep. You still look like a walk. I'll talk to you later.
Yes.
Corporal? Need anything?
You never told me why you flipped.
Fair enough. You've given me little I already told you about my father. How to him I had always... Well, after my father died, I decided...
A novice?
Someone aspiring to be a priest of Ellen. I don't know why I did it. It was something my father had always considered a backup plan if an arrangement... Part of it was probably because obeying my father was all I knew at that time.
What does life as a priest of Ellen look like?
Boring. Though not as boring as a Northander monk's life. You are free to have family and to indulge in... Still, your life is devoted to worship. And for a priest of Ellen, that means healing the sick and preserving Ellen's greatest gift. Nature.
Was it difficult to receive?
Not for me. First of all, I was a good candidate. I was still very young, not even in my 30s. Secondly, I was, after all, pure blood. That helped as well.
But something happened?
Yes. In my first year, I fell in love. That crazy, hot-blooded, head-over-the-heels kind of love that the bards all sing about. The boy felt the same. It was the two of us against the world. Maybe you know that feeling.
What was his name?
Doesn't matter.
And
the priestesses. Only women are allowed to teach. And no, they didn't. Elves consider love to be a blessing of Ellen. Forbidding it would be near absurd.
And
You guess right. You know, I told you how I always felt estranged around other people. With him, it was different. Dramatic as it may sound, I thought I had... Then there was the novitiate. Despite all the time I sunk into doing the crazy things lovers often do, I never failed as a student.
Which didn't sit well with some people.
No. And eventually, they made sure I felt it. They excluded me from everything. Stared at me when I walked by.
Did it take a toll on your relationship with that boy?
More than that. My lover's friends started manipulating him. Telling him that I only saw him as my pet. That he was a failure, and that I only kept him around to feel good about myself.
That's toxic.
It was. And their seeds... You see, we novices all knew that only 4 out of 20 will be granted priesthood at the end, and being a failed novice leaves you with a mark you'll keep for the rest of your life. It all looked peaceful on the surface, but beneath that it was an arena. And these other novices, they made sure... And do you want to know the biggest joke of it all? The idea that... I don't know, that he would listen to them. That he would ever reach a point where he'd put what we had below his...
So, what happened?
Well, he knew I was curious by nature, so... One night, when we were in bed together, he suddenly asked me if I wanted to go on an adventure. Of course I said yes. So we snuck out into the cloister's courtyard. It was beautiful. The night was cloudy. We made our way to the library building, but of course the door was locked. Out of nowhere, he pulled a key. It was insane. As you can imagine, priests aren't known for being lenient towards these kinds of trespassings. We were risking our novitiate, but I liked it. And we were doing it together, weren't we? He took my hand and we went to the High Priestess's office. We opened the door and went inside, and there he finally told me what we were here for. To open the grimoire.
Grimoire?
The High Priestess's spellbook. It was a stupid idea. And if I hadn't been so blind, so bloody naive, I should have seen it by then. But I didn't.
What did he ask you to do?
To open it and try to read one of the spells. He teased me. You know, saying it like that. Sounds so bloody stupid, doesn't it? But again, long story short, I lost control. The spell was too much for me to handle and it misfired. One moment I was staring at the pages, the next one, the library was aflame and my lover was gone.
How far did that fire spread?
Not far. It was put out before it could do real damage. But, of course, that was the end of novitiate. I was thrown into the cell of shame and sentenced to 12 years of polishing prayer banks and cleaning.
Did you try to?
No, I just sat there and smiled. Of course I did. But my love had all his friends to back him up. To them, it wasn't even a triumph.
You're a lover.
I think so. The only bloody gratification I ever got from this. But even if he would have confessed and begged me to take him back, I couldn't have.
But you never polished those prayers?
No. In the night after the trial, they still let me sleep in my chamber. Thoughtlessness, I suppose, or maybe they simply... Oh, here it is. The whole truth. No dark secrets, no assassinations, no necromantic rituals. Just a plain old broken heart. Compared with all that shit you had to go through, it almost sounds ludicrous.
It doesn't.
Yeah. It's just... I don't get it. How could he give all that up? I mean... But in a way, it's just a continuation of what I've always known. Yeah. I'd like some... space now. I hope you don't mind. Let's talk later.
Understood.
To this day, the Shaper's magical and technological prowess
Tahar, thank Nihal you're awake. For a while I wasn't sure you'd make it. How do you feel? Out on the battlefield, we didn't...
I just found out that my mother is a Shaper and that she's alive. And now Ron...
Bad, I assume. Sorry, that's a tragedy. The purity on the loose, with the power of the Archfire and the harp, for what it's worth. I'm sorry I had to go through this. I truly am.
I always had my doubts about Locane.
I figure.
Be that as it may, all that matters now is that we stop him. What about you? You're still here, so I guess you aren't planning...
Me? No, of course not. Where would I go, Tahar? There's no way of knowing what the Purity would do, not to mention that we're still in the ancient Shaper city, full of marvels waiting to be discovered.
Well, I'm glad you're...
Frown hasn't dealt anyone yet, has it? There's, one more thing I wanted to ask you. It's about your mother. About Andra.
Ask.
I'm not sure how to say this, but she was a Shaper. A living Shaper.
What are you getting at?
All tragedy aside, you have to understand how fascinating this is. A Shaper who survived through the eons. I have so many questions to her, so many questions. Iria said at the moment Andra and you melded, she made you cease. Now, I can't help but wonder, what was it? Did you see Mullendeer in all its former glory?
I didn't see anything. It's more like I suddenly have that...
But that's even more exciting. She must have transferred some of her memories onto you. I wonder if that's... Look, Tahar, I'm not sure how to say this, but how would you feel about it if I examine her? There's so much we could learn from her.
What do you mean by examine? We're not talking about a dissection, are we?
What? No, of course not.
Why? What are you hoping to gain from that?
You mean apart from being able to examine the body of a living Shaper? There's much we could learn. Maybe we could even find something that helps us fight Lacane.
If you really think it helps, all right. Do it.
You really just said that? By the thank you. I'll talk to Undergast as soon as possible. His knowledge will be a great help. It'll be a while before we can start, but we'll do it as soon as possible. Yeah, do you need something? I'm a tad busy.
Got it. Let's see. She's breathing, but her spirit is gone. Damn you, Lacane. Will do.
So, I guess
You knew about my mother, didn't you? That's what you hinted at back in the forge before we set out to the Eye.
Well, the answer is... But they weren't enough to go on, and I had no idea your mother was connected to the Bloodburn.
Why didn't you tell me?
That I believe you might be the result of your father's experiments? That you're the offspring of some long-dead, forgotten race? Tell me, Tahar. I mean, at best, you wouldn't have believed me. And at worst, it would have cost you your sanity. So no, I don't think I should have told you. I didn't know if these suspicions had any substance at all. And I would have been a great risk, especially back then when you were still part of the rebellion.
Where did these suspicions come from? Did my father tell you?
No. And he never found out that I knew. Your father I don't need to tell you how meticulous he was, do I? That's why he always kept notes of his experiments and studies. I found one, a notebook. The story's actually quite simple. Your father had gone out to meet with Aelod Iskander, and had tasked me with cleaning up his laboratory.
Really? He never let me into his laboratory.
I know. And he wasn't exactly trustworthy towards me, neither. But you know Osamo. His mood was never what you'd call stable. One day, it was part of his charisma, I guess. Sometimes I think the reason why the Mage Rebellion became so big was less of Osamo. So I had found this small booklet on his table. It didn't look important.
What was in there?
His experiments in the eye. The ancient woman, as he called her. Your creation, these waxwork figures which he tried to infuse with life. It was disturbing.
That book. Did it say anything about how this ritual worked? Andra said something about how the Shapers conceive differently.
I don't think it can be compared to how two humans reproduce, if that's what you're thinking. But as for the details, I don't know. As I said, I barely had 1 hour. And I only got to the chapter about you in the very end.
Do you still have that book?
No, of course not. I couldn't even read through all of it, else your father would have noticed that I had done nothing of what he had
I figured. So, why did he, well...
Yes, I think that was the main reason. Though I couldn't help but notice a certain... I don't know... warmth in his words when he described his plan.
Was there?
I know it sounds cynical, Tahar. But yet still, I don't think you were just a tool to tell me, Tahar. Knowing all that, how does it make you feel?
I don't know. It doesn't...
No. I guess it doesn't. Either way, I think we both need some time to think. As I said, Tahar, I'm sorry that I didn't tell you earlier, but I simply didn't know what to do.
Tahar, it is good to see that you have recovered. This place and these people, like...
They did?
Yeah, I must say, Tahar, your mother, she is remarkable. I have always... Though I suppose this is a difficult topic for you. Forgive me if my words were...
All that matters is that we save her. We need to stop Locane and get my mother's spirit back into her body.
Yes, this is our objective. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Yes? What is it?
So, Undergast... When you told me about your split with
You were asking if we were in love.
Well...
Then let me start by telling you that the term love is undefined and that theories about it. I have read a lot of books on it, and I've studied the poems, and I've come to the conclusion that it is ultimately a primitive, carnal urge that people have. I, myself, never felt it, and maybe that was because I saw the underlying mechanisms. I always found it strange how people overreact so strongly to such a simple emotion, and maybe that very fact stopped me.
Well, what?
The desire to reproduce with a fitting mate. In fact, the orcs have a very dry, rational view on this process, but for some reason humans, dwarves, and elves do not.
Love is more than...
Well, most people would agree with you, and I'm certain that in your subjective experience...
So, what you're saying is that you were never able to feel love?
No, it was not that simple. What stood out in our relationship was that, you see, Tahar, to me, the bonds people have, always felt... And I am not like Yana. Her mind simply does not have the ability to feel these bonds anymore. My brain is capable of feeling these things, but I am unable to connect with the outside world. I only have my own mind as a frame of reference. For example, I can't. To me, this person's just... But then there was Lena. For some bizarre reason, she understood me and I understood her. Or at least, I thought that I did. It was as if this barrier, this shell, yet it changed me. All at once, I felt connected. Do you know this feeling, Tahar? You have traveled with these people for quite some time now.
Well, yes, there is.
I see. Then you probably know how distracting such a feeling can be. To be honest, when I first became aware of that bond between Lena and me, I was horrified. I could not focus anymore. When I sat down to write my study...
Your inability to...
Yes. If it were not, I might have considered my sudden connection. Even though I felt connected to Lena, I was still unable to feel the same way towards others.
What did Lena...
Nothing. Unlike me, she did not try to analyze, to understand its origin. I believe this is what made our relationship unique. Complete acceptance. She did not try to tell me how I should behave or feel, and neither did I.
Am I right to assume that...
No, you misunderstand. We never had a relationship. Although the feelings were mutual and we, acted on them, we never felt the need to bind ourselves. But yes, you are correct. It was the disagreement that broke our bond. Quietly, she left.
Do you feel...
betrayed? No. By betrayal, people usually mean when someone behaves contrary. Desires, wishes, and urges are natural things, and I always found the usage of such heavily judgmental words to be very childish. Lena did what she thought was right.
What? So you didn't even argue?
As I said, acceptance of one another's nature and decisions was a pivotal element in our interactions. Though I did notice that my unwillingness to follow her on her mission... You see, if there ever was a disharmony between us, it was when she tried to encourage me to embrace the world, as she put it. She told me that both I...
Such as?
Well, anything. Traveling, studying the Zarlanthep ruins first-handed, even visiting the city of Everlight. But again, she never tried to force me. I could tell that my unwillingness upset her, but...
And you've no idea where she and the...
I don't. I have heard rumors that they were helping mages in Leonider, but that was moons ago.
How do you feel about that?
That is a good question. I still think about her, almost every day. But the more time, I do not know how I would feel if...
I can imagine. Well,
You have nothing to thank me for. If this conversation... But there is one more thing I would like to ask you, Tahar.
Tell me.
Do you have regrets? Do you ever feel as if you could and should have acted differently than you did act?
I've lost count.
I understand. You see, I've never told you this.
How so?
Well, it is no secret that you have endured a lot of pain. Especially your early childhood must have made a mark on your psyche.
Well,
I can see that. Either way, I think we have spent enough time.
We should. So long, Undergast.
Interesting.
Ah, Tahar. Good of you to come by.
Sure. You want...
Yes. I'll be brief. While you were asleep, an elven messenger came by.
Marilith? What did he want?
Only that he needed your help. They, that is, he and a couple of his followers, seem to be somewhere deep in the Leafshade jungle.
The old Hibernian city? But what do they want there? That's dangerous.
I don't know, Tahar. We will need to find out.
Do we really have the time for this?
That is something you will need to decide. But if we don't help, it might cause unrest within the Moor here, who are fighting for us.
All right.
We should. Is there anything else you wish to discuss, Tahar?
Yes, Corporal?
How can I help?
About you being an assassin. You...
I'm still not certain. The question really is, do you want to know? It might change something.
Well, I wouldn't have asked.
All right. Do you remember what I told you about that man who bought me from the Greyfell Bazaar? My owner?
I remember. But what?
It's complicated. The incident took place at a festivity. A lot of highly influential people were there. Servants of the crown, wealthy merchants, nobles. It must have been close to midnight when a man took me into his chambers. I'd learned to play along years ago, because resisting only made it worse. This time, however, was different. For some reason, that man wanted me to tell him that I loved him. I did, but he kept on telling me that I should say it like I really mean it. When I couldn't, he got angrier and angrier and started choking me. I had almost lost consciousness when I felt something break. I don't know how else to put it. It was as if my mind simply cracked open, like a crystal ball smashed against a mirror. And all of a sudden, that man and I weren't separate entities anymore.
I don't follow.
My magic, my dreamweavery, that's when it broke free. You probably don't know this, but the only way to become a dreamweaver is by shattering your mind. You are opening yourself to...
Wait, dreamweaver?
No, we do. But it's differently than normal people. Me, the Iana you're talking with, I know how to blend in. To seem like I'm just like you. But the world inside my head is an entire...
What happened to the man?
I killed him. It wasn't a conscious choice, looking back. I even think that shattering my mind was my body's way of ensuring survival. I closed my eyes, reached out for the man's mind, and just crushed it. The man... At first I was disoriented, but then I felt it.
To kill him?
Yes. To massacre him. Hear his screams. To see his life taken by my hand. To get back to your original question, that urge, it stuck with me. Ever since then, I've found violence and bloodshed to be ecstatic, erotic even. And when I kill someone, like I killed that man...
And this is why you become an assassin?
Yes. My master introduced me into the craft. Probably because he knew that my dream, more than that even, I needed what these new tasks my master sent me on provided me with. Of course, I briefly considered changing my profession after my master had his accident. But I didn't. Killing is something I need, as much as a child needs the love of his mother. If I don't feed my urge, I will die.
That's a lot.
I know. Now tell me, Tahar, do you regret asking me this question? Knowing
you're not.
Really? That's unexpected. Anyway, I would like some time for myself now. I hope you understand.
Understood.
Oh, great. Another one. How often do you want me to tell you? I'm not a spy, and I'm not with Purity.
Wait! You're their leader, aren't you? Corporal Tahar?
Yes.
Well, then maybe you can tell these fools to let me go. Blazes, I knew it was stupid to take that job.
So, who are you, and what are you doing in Farland's Hope?
As I told this bloody brute who captured me, I'm just a courier, and someone paid me to deliver a message to a Corporal Tahar. I had no idea it was the Corporal Tahar, and had I known, I would have told that guy who gave me the job to sod off.
Who was it?
He was wearing a hood, so he obviously didn't want to be recognized, but he had a brown beard, was about your height, and had, I don't know how to put it, a certain sadness in his eyes.
But he didn't look dangerous and paid good coin, so I took it.
Can I see this message?
Oh, finally, someone who asks. Yes, it's in my coat pocket, and no, there's no poison in there to kill you.
Let me see. A meeting in the Everlight. From a friend.
A friend, you see? Can I go now?
Yes, go.
Thank you, Corporal. Thank you. Now, don't get me wrong, but I want to get out of here as soon as possible. Do you think your guards will let me through?
They will. Stay safe.
I'll try.
Will do.
Here we go.
We'll make short work of them.
Of the few refugees who make it to Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own mountain of problems to struggle with. The biggest ones being the ever-growing gap between the rich and the poor, an uncontrollable rise in crime, and the Purity of Light's aggressive crusade for new followers.
Fine.
Tahar, over here!
Bertrand? What, did you send the message?
Well, otherwise I wouldn't be here, would I? And no, this isn't an ambush. The Harbinger doesn't know I'm here, and if he found out... Look, Tahar,
I don't know where to begin. I'm so sorry for what LeCain did. Taking your mother, trying to kill you. It's horrible.
Did you know?
No, I didn't. He always spoke very highly of you, even though you were a mage. I don't think anyone within the Purity knew the bigger picture. But now that I do, it makes sense. He needs the power of the Shaper Woman to open the gate. I just don't understand why he would try to kill you. By guiding the Harbinger to the Shaper Woman and ending the Bloodburn, you served the All-Father just as he foresaw it.
The Shaper Woman is my mother.
I know, and I can imagine how hard this is for you. But she was also responsible for the blood.
Then why are you here? Have you broken ties with the Purity?
What? No, of course not. I'm here because I'm worried about you. I know what you are planning to do, taking back Raphael. You can't win this, Tahar, and all you will achieve is cause even more suffering. Aeonir will return. It's a divine plan, and it is the Purity's responsibility to see it through. The longer you struggle, the more bloodshed you will cause.
We will cause? We aren't the ones hunting down mages, conquering cities, and forcing our faith down other people's throats.
Blazes, Tahar! Do you really think this is easy for me? I know we were forced to do some things you might have trouble understanding, but it is for the greater good. As the Harbinger once said, this world, it's like an ulcer, a cancerous growth. The only way to... So yes, I know there are people who might consider us evil, but that's because they don't see the bigger picture. They don't see the beauty that lies ahead. In 100 years from now, we will be remembered as pioneers, as heroes, whereas you will be the ones who stood in the way of change, only because you refused to see the truth.
You don't even have proof, for heck's sake. All you have is some madman's prophecies of some vague fantasy world, and yet you use it to justify the murder.
It's not a fantasy! Damn it, Tahar! If you would have seen what I have, you would fall down on your knees and ask the All-Father for forgiveness for what you just said. But it's always like that. The key to a peaceful world was always in our hand, yet we don't use it.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but there is no solution. The Harbinger attacked Molendir, and his intent is to hunt down every single mage on Io. We have no choice.
You do. You could run.
What?
I said you could run. You and your friends. Disband your army, go into hiding, conceal your magic until it is all over and the All-Father has returned. The waves will calm. I just know it. Then you will see that we were right, and no one else needs to die.
Apart from the ones who refuse to give up, or who are unlucky enough to be hunted down by your Lightbringers.
They could do the same, and if only they had a hint of reason, they would. Only a fool tries to fight the troll with a sword made of wood.
What would the Harbinger do if I told him of this meeting?
You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't stab someone in the back who tried to help you.
I can't, Bertrand. I want this as little as you do, but LeCain still has my mother. I need to save her.
Well, I had a feeling you would say that. Then it seems the only way to settle this is more bloodshed. I never imagined it would ever come to that, you know? And I hope it hadn't.
picked the wrong enemies.
Here we are again. At least, with the Bloodburn gone, the undead should be less of a problem now.
What do you mean?
The Bloodburn didn't just kill the living. It also woke the dead.
Interesting. Well, let's head to the fortress. I'll do the talking once we get there. Huh?
Sure. That way. All right.
You got it.
Got it.
Sounds like a plan.
Now would you look at that? Will do.
Sure. Sure.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
How do you like that? It's over already. What? That's all? I'm only getting started.
Sure.
Interesting. Let's see.
I understand. Sure.
Got it. Now would you look at that?
Understood.
Just give the word. Uh-huh. That way? Is it just me or is it a little too quiet here?
You're right. Stay sharp.
Got it.
Bloody defiant.
No! For Aeonir! Tiara's breath. Bane?
Yes. Looks like Lacane has an interest in this place.
But why? Aeonir's blade is a wasteland. And faith aside, doesn't he need the field dark protected as much as we do?
Maybe he's even more deranged than we thought. In any case, we should hurry. If the Falcons are under attack, things are worse than we feared.
Will do.
I'm telling you, by the... Hey, help me!
Ah, shit.
He will fall. Interesting.
Tiara's breath. Thank you. I was sure they were going...
Well, you're safe now.
Ralph Hadani. I'm a mental... The Deathman and the Bane. They've invaded the canyon, and they are
Blazes. That's not good.
And what about you? What are you doing here?
Long story. I think Scalalena is better fit to tell you. We have a camp in the southeast of the canyon. I'll go there right now.
Hang on there.
Oh, yes. Most of them have withdrawn into the fortress, including Highkeeper Aranor. But there are some survivors in their old encampment south. I don't know if you've heard it, but there was quite the drama here only a few weeks...
Yeah, I know the story. One more question. Who...
Mostly, yes. Lucky for us, the Purity hasn't sent any Lightbringers yet. And of course, they're still undead. But not as many as before.
All right.
I'll do my best.
If the fortress is under siege, that camp is probably a good place to make contact with the Falcons.
Agreed. Once we have a better idea of the situation, we'll send word out to our forces.
You got it.
Got it.
Tiara's breath. Thank you. I was sure they were going to kill me.
Well, you're safe now. What happened here? And who are you?
Ralph Hadani. I'm a mentalist from the Creators Guild in Neverlight.
Sure. Good thing.
Sounds like a plan. Sure.
Blazes. They've devastated this place.
As I said, Aranor's distrust in the Deathmen was justified.
Now would you look...
Hold it right there. One step further and I'll slit your throat.
Put the knife away, boy. We're not your enemies.
Excuse me, who are you to... Wait, Lord Marshal Arandir? But they told us you fell in the Battle of Greykeep.
Who? The Bane? The Deathmen? Don't believe everything you hear, boy. Now put down that weapon. We're here to help.
Of course. My apologies, Lord Marshal. I meant no offense.
Who is... Wait, you're the one who helped to free the fortress, aren't you? And Lord Marshal Arandir, you're... Tiara's breath. I'm Watcher Joanne. Forgive recruit...
No harm done. Now, tell us what happened.
In the fortress. That whole mess, it happened a week ago. We were still recovering from the undead attack a moon ago, and we thought the Deathmen were gone. We just barely managed to drive them out of the fortress.
We? But you're here, aren't you?
Yes, well, that's a different story. The 6 of us, we were tasked with guarding the catapult. When those screaming Bane fanatics attacked by the dozens, we got... I don't know.
No reason to be ashamed.
That's Sellsword's thinking. A keeper of the Iron Falcon shouldn't run away like that. Yet we all...
Well, self-pity doesn't help either. We need to act. You said the bane of the Deathmen
A large one. They are only a fraction of their respective forces, but...
Well, then I think it's time to call in our troops. Our old outpost. Is it still there?
I think the Deathmen burned it to the ground, but it should...
Good. What then?
Well, obviously the most important thing is to prevent the Deathmen from breaking through the fortress.
But then what do you suggest?
I suggest a two-way route. We support Highkeeper Aranor in the fortress and simultaneously weaken the enemy. Also, Everett...
What about Gifford?
Yes, true. He might also be able to help. If they didn't kill him yet.
The Deathmen's and the Bane's leaders. Are they here?
That crazy scarred woman and Commander Catrus, you mean? They were, yes. But they left
for the attack on Mullendeer. Of course. What does Arya have to do with weapons?
You don't know?
Arya water is not just used for alchemy. The Falcons have used it to imbue their weapons for centuries.
Who's Gifford?
Our engineer. He was at the catapult too when we were attacked. But he didn't make it. We left him like bloody cowards.
I understand.
Well, they've been trapped in the fortress for over a week, and our provisions were already low back then. There's a small hole in one of the northwestern walls, just next to the catapult.
Solid plan. Then let's get to work.
Yes. And with your permission, we will join you. We've been hiding for too long. It's time to make these bastards pay.
Yes? Understood.
All right, give me a second.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
What's next? Got it. Will do.
Bloody rain.
Understood. Understood. Will do.
Who are they? They don't look like Bane.
Well, well. So you're the ones Ralph was talking about. Who are you? Oh, you're definitely not with the Purity, that's for sure.
I'm Tahar. Maybe you've...
Oh, the prodigal child. Yes, a poor pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. So...
Simply put, because we want to make a difference. I'm Lena, second scholar of the Creators Guild. So, why exactly are we here in Aenir's Blade? That's a story to fill books with, but I'll make it short. We spent the past year helping wherever we could, but it was a misty war, so to speak. You couldn't tell your enemies from your allies.
But why here, in Aenir's Blade?
Ever heard of Yura's Ring?
Help me out.
In the first battle with the Field Darg, there was a mage named, you guessed it, Yura. She is one of the main reasons why Io is still in one piece. She held the Field Darg at bay while the Guardians banished them. Of course, the ring, however, is still here, buried thousands of armwits beneath the sand. We're here to retrieve...
How? It would take years to dig that deep.
Good thing we aren't planning to dig. In the past moons, I prepared a ritual. Telekinesis, if that strikes a chord. However, releasing that much magical energy is... Which brings me to my next question.
Assuming you manage to unearth that ring.
Sight. It is said to allow its wearer to sense other mages' auras, even from a distance. That could be an incredible asset in our fight. An ambush like the one on the Falcon's fortress would...
You said some of us. So I'm guessing not...
Of course not. And I won't lie. That split was dramatic. You know, the art scholar and I were quite close. However, most mages agreed and left with me. Only a handful of students stayed.
Well...
Wait, I don't know how to say this, but we could really use your help in this. We can't retrieve that, so let us make a bargain. If you help us retrieve the ring, I'll convince some of our mages to help you in your battle. Frankly, your army has the best chances of...
Sounds fair.
Actually, it's quite simple. We will teleport ourselves to the ritual ground.
That's simple enough.
Thank you.
Understood. Will do.
Well, well. Take a second.
Building completed.
Understood.
Building completed.
Will do.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
We need to gather more wood, Commander.
Will do.
Tiara's breath. What are you people doing here? This is a war zone.
Well, that's why we're here.
You are? Well, at least you look like you can handle yourself.
We can. What are you doing out here in the desert?
We were out on a mission when the attack happened. We tried to get back and help our brothers and sisters, but as you can... So we stuck to the mission instead. We weren't... The Death Men. They sent a group of necromancers before they launched their attack.
Then let's attack together.
Yes, that might work. Fine, let's make a bargain. You help us deal with these necromancers, and we'll lend you our maces. I'm assuming you're planning to free the...
Of course. The more help we can get, the better.
Perfect. We will not let you down.
Understood. Got it.
Yes, as you want.
Yes.
Anything on your mind?
I'm ready.
I understand.
Understood.
Hi, Commander.
Just give me one.
Waiting your orders. Got it.
Focus.
At your command.
Building completed.
That's just how it is.
I'm ready.
Will do.
Building completed.
So, what's the plan?
Yes?
Yes?
What do you need?
Well, if this isn't good timing, we just finished preparing the spell. So are you ready? As I said, once we start, we can expect a lot of resistance.
Where to?
Commander, we stand ready. Heading out.
I ride with Hiran.
We need to gather more wood, Commander.
This will be a masterpiece.
What's next?
She's the fastest we have. Scouting.
Just give the word. Move!
Let's get to it. Chop, chop, man. Let's get to work. So much to do.
Yes?
This will be a masterpiece. On it.
We're being attacked!
You read my mind.
All right, then, let's get to it. Let me know what you need.
For the Queen!
Huh?
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work.
You asked for this.
We're being attacked!
I'm ready.
Building complete. Building completed. Commander, we need to stock up on stone. We need to gather more wood, Commander.
Only take a second.
A bit faster, all right? These bloody torches won't burn forever.
Commander?
Sounds good to me.
Yes.
Sure.
As you want.
Chop chop.
Yes.
Let's get to work.
Just give the word.
Yes.
Yes.
Well then. This will be a masterpiece.
What do you want? They will burn.
Building complete.
Yes.
That way. All right.
This will be a masterpiece.
Huh?
Let's move.
That should work. Chop chop, man. Let's get to work. Chop chop, man. Let's get to work. This will be a masterpiece. That should work. All right, then, let's get to it.
So, what's the plan?
We're being attacked!
Commander.
Building completed. The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Huh.
What do we need? Got it.
We're being attacked!
Understood.
You got it.
Building completed. Commander, we need to stock up on stone.
What is it? That should work. Alright then, let's get to it. Will only take a second.
Commander, we finished researching a new technology. Building completed.
Sounds like a plan.
Building completed. Commander, we finished researching a new technology. Commander, we need to stock up on stone.
Well then. So much to do, so little time. This will be a masterpiece. This will be a masterpiece. That should work. Chop, chop, man. Let's get to work. So much to do, so little time.
Yes?
Will do.
Well then.
Look at that! Harry!
I'm ready. Just give the word.
We're being attacked!
Yes?
Yes.
Chop, chop. Let's get to work.
For Northander!
What do we need?
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Huh? You picked the wrong enemies. For the Queen!
Sure.
Yes. Sure.
A good spot.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
That way?
Understood.
Understood.
Got it.
You got it.
Sure. That way.
Sounds like a plan.
As you want.
Look at that! Harry!
Expansion is the key to victory.
We could use another outpost.
Anything on your mind?
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. Building completed. Building completed. Building completed. Building completed. Building completed.
That should work. This will be a masterpiece.
We're being attacked.
Yes.
I'm only getting started.
Yes.
Sure.
Building completed.
That way? Focus. Sure.
Commander, we need to stock up on stone.
So much to do, so little time. This will be a masterpiece. Well then.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Aye, that's
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, then, let's get to it.
Just give the
Chop,
word.
chop, man.
You got
let's
it.
get to work.
Sure.
Commander, we need to stock up on stone.
What's next?
Yes.
Sounds like a plan. So, what's the plan?
Yes.
This will be a masterpiece. Well then. Aye, that should work.
We're being attacked! Building completed.
Chop, chop, man. Let's get to work.
What do you want?
Well, well. Aye, that should work. It'll only take a second. This.
Commander, we need to stock up on stone.
All right, then, let's get to it. Aye, that should work. So much to do, so little time.
We're being attacked!
How do you like that?
I'm ready.
Yes?
All right, then let's get to it.
Building completed.
This.
Awaiting your orders.
Masterpiece.
Expansion is the key to victory.
Building completed.
What do we
As you
need?
want.
That way?
Yes.
Got it.
That's all? I'm only getting started.
Yes?
Need something?
Yes.
Expansion is the key to victory.
A good spot.
Understood.
Anything on your mind?
I need more time!
We're being attacked!
Yes.
Good thinking. That way. All right.
Just give the word.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders. Building completed.
It's over already. Yes?
Whatever's necessary.
I understand.
You got it.
As you want.
Here we go.
What? That's all? I'm only getting started.
Building completed.
Sounds like a plan.
Tiara's weapon.
Damn it! I need healing. An abomination. Kill it.
Yes.
Commander! We're being attacked!
Huh? Something there. I'm ready. Got it.
Will do.
Sure. Yes.
what's the plan?
What do you want? Understood.
What's next?
Building completed. Understood.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
Building completed.
We'll make short work of them. You picked the wrong enemies.
Get ready. Here we go.
Building completed.
All right, here goes nothing.
What? That's all? Come on, get it.
As you want.
Got it. That way?
Understood.
Waiting your order.
Chop, chop, man. Let's get to work. That's just how it
Anything
is.
on your mind?
Focus, Rhea. Focus.
That should work. Well then.
Building completed.
Sure.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Blazes! Help me, somebody!
Sounds like a plan.
Will do.
I'm ready.
Good thinking. We could use another outpost.
We're being attacked!
Chop chop, man. Let's get to work.
Yes?
They will burn. That way. All right.
Good thinking.
Sure.
Let's get to it. So much to do.
We're being attacked!
I understand.
Chop chop. Let's get to work.
Get ready.
Understood.
As you want.
Got it.
Good thinking.
Get ready. You read my mind.
Sure. Understood. That way.
Building completed. We're being attacked!
Let's get to it.
As you want.
This will be a masterpiece. All right, then, let's get to it. Chop chop, man. Let's get to work. It'll only take a second.
Yes?
All right. Give me a second.
For Northander!
Good thinking. Got it.
You got
A
it.
good spot.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
Yes.
Building completed.
I understand.
All right. Give me a second.
So much to do.
The outpost has been built. We've expanded our borders.
All right, then, let's get to it.
Building completed.
Just give the word.
Understood.
Sure, I understand.
We're being attacked!
Let me take a sip of this.
Will do.
Building completed.
That should work. Well then. So much to do, so little time.
Building completed.
Chop, chop, man. Let's get to work.
What do we need?
Yes.
Let me take a second. So much to do, so
What's next?
Building completed.
Yes, it'll be a masterpiece. That should work. Let me take a second. This will be a masterpiece.
Building completed. Building completed.
I'm ready.
Building completed.
Chop, chop, man. Let's get to work.
We're being attacked.
All right, let's get to it.
Yes? What? Of course.
This will be a masterpiece.
I'm ready.
We'll be swift.
Let me take a second. All right, chop, chop, that should work. Let's get to work. This masterpiece.
Yes? That way?
Got it.
Understood. We're being attacked.
Chop, chop, man. Let's get to work. This will be a masterpiece. Chop, chop, man. Let's get to work. That should work. So much to do, so little time. whole time.
Commander?
All right, then, let's get to it.
Uh-huh. Sure.
As you want.
Building completed.
That's all? I'm only getting started.
Commander. Yes? Which button?
I'm ready. What's that? Yes.
Yes.
Understood.
You got it.
Yes? Good thinking. Something there. What's that?
Let's see.
Well, if this isn't good timing, we just finished preparing.
I'm ready.
All right. Alron, is everything ready?
Yes.
What do we need?
What do you want? As you want.
More of them. This place is a bloody graveyard.
Anything on your mind?
You picked the wrong enemies.
Yes.
That's all? I'm only getting started.
Uh-huh.
Yes?
Now we do
By the Guardians, we did it. We actually did it.
It's over? You have the ring?
We do. Tiara's breath. It's you made this possible. I must say the rumors about you seem to be true. Either way, you held your...
Best you send your men to our outpost then. It's to
the south. Got it.
Yes. We will not let you down, Tahar.
Interesting.
Understood.
That way. All right.
That way?
Now would you look at that?
Good thinking.
Sure. Got it.
Sure. Sounds like a plan.
Careful.
Focus, Syria. Focus.
Let's see. Understood.
That way. All right.
Just give the word.
Understood.
That way?
Good thinking.
You got it. That way?
Yes.
Right.
So, what's the plan?
I'm ready.
Will do.
Sounds like a plan. Sure.
Got it.
I understand.
You got it.
I told you, I need my tools!
You have a hammer and you have a pincer. Why isn't that enough?
Because it's a bloody catapult you want me repaired, not the roofing of your goddamn privy.
We'll make short work of them.
You asked for this.
That's a start. Are you Gifford?
Yes. You've heard of me.
A couple of survivors who retreated to the old camp, yes. This catapult. Are you able to repair it? It might be useful.
That's true. But no. These sodding idiots wrecked it completely.
There must be a way.
There is, but it would take weeks.
Couldn't he support our troops instead?
You have troops? Well, yes, of course, with pleasure. Anything to drive those bastards out of the...
That's not going to be a problem.
Special tools. Washers, hoop hooks, Qualayan rope, and so on and so forth. Blazes, why does everybody...
I get it. Any idea where they took them?
No, but if I had to guess, I'd say their camp.
Fine, I'll see what I can...
Good. Thanks again for helping, friend. You probably saved my life.
As you want.
Yes?
Now would you look at that? What's next?
Yes? Any luck yet?
I think so. Are these your tools?
Let me see. Nihal's hammer, yes! And they're still intact. Fair enough, then. Where is this camp of yours? I'll go...
In the south, near the old Falcon camp.
I won't. Thanks again.
Sure.
Got it.
Sure.
That way?
Understood.
Sounds like a plan. Here we go. All right, here goes nothing.
Do you think you have a chance?
I'll have it. They will fall. Will do.
Sure. That way? You got it.
I understand. That way. All right.
Sure.
Got it.
Sure.
Understood. Interesting.
Got it.
Good thinking.
Will do. Now would you look at that? Let's see.
Tahar. And once again you save the day. I'm ashamed you only see the Falcons like this. Failing.
I've gotten used to it.
Well, your mockery is justified. I guess this was your plan, Angar? Helping your sister? You always...
Sister? Yes. We're twins.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because it wasn't relevant. I'm not here to save you, Aranor. I'm here because we need your help. We need the Keepers.
Why? Because of our legendary skills? You see how much they've helped us. But I guess we should discuss this elsewhere. Let us meet at your outpost. Before we do anything else, we need to tend to the wounded and make sure the tomb is properly guarded again. There you are. Well then, let's get this over with, shall we? What did you mean by you need our help? I appreciate what you did for us. The tomb needs to be protected from now.
They will guard the tomb, but not all of you. We will provide you with enough soldiers to both rebuild your fortress and to protect the tomb while you are with us. Please, Aranor, don't make this harder than it is. You know I have the power to command you if needed, but I don't want to do this.
Fine. I suppose you're right. If the Harbinger is mad enough to attack Aenir's blade, we would not be safe here What about Myra? House Uhtran's army is among the largest in Northander. Will she help too?
That's a long story. I'll tell you on the way to Mullendir.
Fine. But these soldiers you're sending as a temporary replacement, I will be the one who picks them. Is that clear?
Yes.
Good. Then I will join you with 24 of my keepers. That has to be enough. When do we head out?
Soon. Tahar will give the command. Those mentalists might still need our help. We should talk to them. Your army needs more skilled mages.
We'll see.
All right. We'll leave when you give the word.
Yes? Are we heading out?
Not yet. I'll give the word.
Remember that group of mages from the mentalist we captured? The threat is dealt with, but we should still talk to them. They might know something worthwhile. Understood.
That way?
Got it.
I understand.
Sounds like a plan. Sure.
That way. All right.
By the Guardians,
It's over? You have the ring?
we do. You made this
Best you send your men
to the south.
Yes. We will not let you down.
Then I guess it's time to say goodbye. I will be back soon.
Understood.
That way?
Got it.
yes?
Sounds like a plan.
Interesting.
By the Guardians. That was quite the journey, wasn't it?
Glad you like it. Did you have a look at the city's defense mechanisms yet? They might interest you.
Yes, actually I have. They are part of why I find this city so intriguing. I mean, I always knew the Shapers had some interesting weaponry, but this, it's amazing. I still don't understand why the Crown never showed much interest in these ruins in the first place. Anyway, I don't want to steal more of your precious time. As promised, I'll help you improve your siege machinery, catapults, ballistas, and the like. Though of course that...
All right. I'll come by when I need something.
Yes, Sahar. Looking for a skilled engineer?
I'm sure I have just what you need. Come again. May Tiara bless your path.
Hello?
Are you all right? You seem distraught.
I am. The mentalists have told me what happened in Aenir's blade. The fact that you met Lena. Tell me, did she say anything about me?
I didn't get the chance.
Well, I will talk to her followers. I did already see some familiar faces in the ones you brought here. If you don't mind, I would like some time to think now.
All right.
Pour Spellforce, à la base je voulais y jouer que de 3 heures. Et bon là voilà, j'étais lancé, hein, on va dire ça. Donc là j'arrête le live pour le moment et je reprends à 22 sur autre chose. Je ne sais pas encore quoi.